Be sure to stay tuned for Video Zone after this feature presentation.
Welcome to Full Moon's Video Zone. I hope you've enjoyed Robot Wars. It's the first release of 1993. We have a real exciting schedule for the whole year. Robot Wars is followed by Bloodstone Subspecies 2, then Dollman vs. the Demonic Toys, Mandroid, Invisible. We're currently in production on Puppet Master 4. As you can see from some of these sketches behind me, we're into some really new, bizarre tricks. Not only do the puppets fight the totem, or totems, there are 4 of them in the film, but they need the help of Decapitron, who's a puppet that André Toulon never quite finished during World War II, and our puppets bring back to life. Decapitron has got 3 heads. He's got a weapons head, a surveillance head, and a shape-shifting head. So I think you'll have a lot of fun with Puppet Master 4 that will be released later this year. So I hope you enjoy the Video Zone, and I'll see you on the next one.
They walk the earth with thundering steps. They're the mighty mega robots of the future, and Full Moon Entertainment brings them to life in the battle between giants, Robot Wars.
2 robots are fighting. They're 100 feet tall and they're right behind us.
Director Albert Band is flying solo since his last picture for Full Moon, which he co-directed with his son, Charles Band.
Don't run out. You come out kind of, oh my God, you know, dizzy and holding on to each other. I want to see that. Okay? Inside, please.
Yes, walk them around the back. Please do not step on the vegetation. Be careful, please.
Well, Charlie and I started co-directing with Dr. Mordred, and we planned it very carefully so that on the days where he was busy doing office stuff, you know, running the company as he does, then I would take over. And Robot Wars was intended to be the same way, but it didn't work out that way. I mean, I directed the picture because my son never showed up.
Director's on the set. Very quiet. Thank you.
Here we go. Ready?
Barbara Crampton stars as Lita, the archaeologist who discovers the hidden plot taking place.
She's kind of a tough girl. I think it's nice that we're doing a movie where women get to be more in control. We're not the foil for the men, and it's nice. I think Full Moon does a lot of movies like that where women have more of a powerful position.
This is no drill. We are being attacked.
I got innocent people here. Call off the foreshore or I'm gonna abort.
When casting the film, Barbara Crampton was the first to sign on, and a suitable love interest had to be found for her.
Come on, let's go.
We did do a test to see how she matches up to Don Michael Paul, to make sure there was some chemistry between them, and there was. I think it's lovely. Yeah, it's not so much of a love story anyway. It's a bang bang movie.
Captain, could you see the whites of their eyes?
Want to get this off you sometime today?
Don Michael Paul settled right in as Captain Drake, the arrogant robot pilot who saves the day.
I think I like his irreverence, his, you know, we all have this, I think, streak in us where we like this.
Captain, my captain.
To buck authority, but not to the point where it's self-destructive. He has good reason for it. I'd say Robot Wars is an apocalyptic Western. That's basically what it is, you know? It's big robots that are storming around.
What are you gonna do with that rusty old tin can? Take out the garbage, scumbag. Clint Eastwood, watch out.
Back, please. Back, please.
The Robot Wars cast brought together a number of longtime friends.
This is my girlfriend, Lisa.
Hi.
and she's playing Annie. And she auditioned for a Full Moon movie, and then they asked her if she would audition for Robot Wars. So it's fun to have a friend in real life, you know, playing with you in the movies. It doesn't happen all the time.
I'll go first. I know the way.
Boy, this is some vacation.
Lisa is finished in picture. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's sad. Sad when you're done.
This is a reunion of the bad guys.
Yeah, we threatened Charles Band, actually. Physical violence.
Spoke to him in Japanese. I'm the general. I'm the bad guy again.
And me, yes. I'm his goofy sidekick. I'm the comic relief. Damn it.
Are you?
Yeah, supposedly.
You got it, Sing Sing.
It's one Sing.
Shut up. Sing, sing. It's nice to be here doing this project together, really. It's nice. It's comfortable.
Comfort aside, the Robot Wars shoot took the cast and crew on location to the California high desert. The exterior scenes were shot at the Trona Pinnacles in temperatures that soared above 100 degrees. Actor James Staley, who plays Stumpy, tells us what it's like to work in those conditions.
The people who really work hard are not the actors, it's the crew. And today, especially when you've got behind me here these people working in the sun, you know, for hour after hour, I mean, it's incredible. It requires incredible stamina. They're working hard.
So, crew members found some interesting ways to cope with the heat.
You see what you have to deal with? This is what I deal with all day long. Guys like this.
100 degrees out here, he's got to. Isn't he beautiful?
Even wet. Oh.
Special effects wizard David Allen had to recreate the desert for the robot scenes.
Well, we're shooting a scene that might have been done in the desert, except it's not so easy to drive to Ridge Crest. Since it's a down angle and we don't take in the sky or any of the surrounding hills, I felt that we could actually come up on the roof of the studio and use natural sunlight to shoot one of the final scenes of the battle sequence. We have a nice view of Forest Lawn from here.
The live-action sequences are actually shot at a high film speed rate and played back at a normal film speed rate.
You get more weight if you photograph it with a camera really winding out. A move like I'm doing like this, slowed down, will have a more ponderous quality, which makes it look bigger.
The wider, full-figure action sequences are filmed using stop-motion animation.
Do you want to explain to you what I'm doing here? Or?
If you don't mind, that'd be great.
Okay. In this shot, there's an explosion that's going to be superimposed over this scene. And I'm also having to remove some of the legs from the robot as though they've been blasted apart. So I've taken the screws out and I'm going to be animating these legs one frame at a time away from the body so they collapse to the ground. And then this main chassis of the robot will collapse down onto the other one. A lot of what I'm doing will be obscured by the explosion, so I'm not worrying too much about exactly how far I'm moving those legs that are breaking away.
Shooting the stop-motion animation sequences is a time-consuming process.
Each shot is like a birthday. Did we get a shot today? No, not today. Did we get a shot? Yes. We did? Let's go see it. Wow, that's it.
Since the robots themselves never made it to the desert, the passenger compartment and cockpit scenes were shot on the blue screen stage.
What we'll do is David Allen, who will be doing the robots, will also shoot what we call background plates. So when you see the pilots in the cockpit, What's behind them on the set is blue. But in an optical printer, I can pull out a mat so it looks like they're actually up in the top of the robots. Part of what I bring with me in my kit to light the blue screen are the separation filters that I also use in the optical printer. And one lens, you see me, and the blue screen goes black. And on the other one, you should see where I'm black, I'm a silhouette, and you see the blue screen, and that should demonstrate how the mats work and how the blue screen works. This is our optical printer. Everything we do eventually funnels down through the optical printer. The basics of it is really very simple. It's a camera, which you can see over here. The film magazine rests on top, and the camera essentially rephotographs other film. We have a main projector head up here, and there's a second head, an aerial projector here. The foreground element, for example, we could put back here, and we'll put one of our matte elements here, run a pass, run the film back to the beginning, and put in the background, which David Allen's people were shooting out in the desert. So that way, instead of having your actors in front of the blue screen, now we replace the blue screen with the desert scene, and it looks very natural.
Action! Point to the robot! Point to the robot!
Robot Wars. The final conflict has begun.
One of the most prolific film composers of horror and science fiction, Richard Band has provided the shocking melodies for such Stuart Gordon films as Reanimator, From Beyond, and The Pit and the Pendulum. A self-taught musician, Band toured Europe with his own rock group while still a teenager. In 1978, Band co-composed his first score for Laser Blast. Since then, Band has spent much of his career in the company of devil dolls, ominous aliens, and monsters from the fourth dimension. Band's skills grew from computerized music to conducting such orchestras as the London Symphony and the Rome Philharmonic. His unique mixture of strings and synthesizers marking such scores as Troll, Mutant, and The Arrival. At Full Moon, Band has composed over 10 scores, including the evil lullabies of the Puppet Master films and the robotic march of Crash and Burn. Now, Richard Band shows us the steps he takes to give melodic magic to Dr. Mordred.
This is a great part of the film to start with because it has all the elements that we need to deal with: Mordred, Cabal, good versus evil. Of course, the challenge in this sequence is going to be the dinosaur fight, since I don't have 95% of what's going to be on there. No picture, no effects or anything, so a lot of it's going to be up to my imagination. Right now, it's time to go to the piano and start working on those themes. It's a matter of coming up with the themes, which I have some ideas for. We're dealing with a mysterioso nature because of the sorcery involved. Actually, we need something for that. Let me see. Yeah, maybe harp going. We could have voices. Going over that, that's good. Mainly, we need a bridge, something that can be played more slowly, orchestrated differently, something to give the audience a sense of musical continuity. So we have the beginning, which is this. Then to the bridge.
Actually, that's going to work very nicely. I think we've got the basic thematic ideas, and to make sure that they're going to work properly, I want to start putting them to some orchestrations, and we'll, give it a feel and see how it works in the studio. So let's give it a shot over there. As to how we're going to apply to what we just heard over on the piano, let's start with the Misterioso. I think the harp, as we mentioned. Okay, now that's going to work really nicely, especially when we marry it with some nice trems behind it, something like this. Here's the voice. There are the voices. Now let's see. Obviously, we're going to need those nice French horns, since they carry a very majestic type sound for when we get into the Mordred theme. The coming to the rescue, Mordred wins, and here's... So you can hear that, and then we'll go to the bridge, which is very important, as we discussed. Then a little more melodic here. Counter melody with the French horns. Back to Misterioso. The final step is we're going to go in and with about 28 strings plus a nice large brass section, I think about 13, 14 brass players, and you'll hear basically what ends up sounding like about an 80, 90-piece orchestra. Let's see how this entire sequence fits with the film. So at this point, we're putting the elements together. Now, as you can hear, there's some percussion right there. Cymbals, strings, more percussion. It's all coming in. That's from where we heard before with the harp. Now we get to the big climax with the battle. It's interesting to note that there are only a handful of people in this town who are doing scores this way. One of the reasons is partly budgetary, but it's also really neat to combine the electronics in an orchestral sense with real orchestra. It's up to the mixers when they put the sound effects in and the dialogue and so forth and so on. Hopefully I'm not going to get murdered in that process, which happens quite often. At least I know the score turned out well, the melodies are strong, and we're in good business. Right now it's up to the fates and the producers. Well, as everybody knows, there's a lot of ghostwriting going on in town. Although I've never really admitted to it, I think it's time to come clean. This here is my ghostwriter, Rachel, who also happens to be my inspiration.
Dr. Mordred and other Richard Band CDs for Puppet Master and The Pit and the Pendulum are now available on Moonstone Records.
Since the dawn of evil, they have prowled the night, feasting on blood and the sins of our flesh. The heart of their power lies in the Bloodstone. Now, a woman who has tasted its nightmares must choose between death and damnation.
You are my fledgling. Embrace me as your master, and all that is mine will be yours.
Becky, I don't want to be like him.
What is your relationship to Miss Morgan?
She's my sister.
The Vampirado is here in Bucharest, and your sister is his disciple.
Michelle, please, let me help you. Nothing can help me now.
The Bloodstone was stolen from me.
Kill her.
You're going to make an exceptional plaything.
Bloodstone, subspecies 2.
He's a trancer hunter, stranded in our century, out of enemies,
That's right, folks. It's time to take advantage of our holiday rates at Jack Death's Detective Agency.
out of luck,
I thought we agreed on a clean break.
This is the greatest Christmas present I've ever had.
and out of time.
Where is Jack Death? Where is Jack Death?
What the hell are you?
You must come with me.
But now, Jack Death is going back to the future to take care of old business.
Welcome to hell, Jack.
Did you give him his assignment?
I'm gonna send you back down the line to kill the transers at this source.
They're in!
We need you down the line, Jack! Go!
You'll see me again, Alice.
You better get to Lena. Go, go!
Can I help you?
I know this is a hell of a shock. I would have called first. I got some transfers to send you, and I need your help.
This is as fine a group of warriors as I have ever seen.
When did the military start trancing experiments?
She claims it's been going on for years. It's a real black bag operation. She used to be part of it, but now she wants out.
Lena, who the hell is this guy?
I'm a trancer hunter.
Too much has been invested in you, and the only way you're going to leave us now is inside the body bag. Is that clear? Just watch my eyes, Jack Death.
Only squids can be trans.
Listen to my voice. Once a soldier is in place, his mind can be turned over to me in a matter of minutes.
You're gonna get me up, Jack.
You have no idea what my soldiers are capable of.
Attention, everybody! Code red! Private Garrett is trying to escape with the prisoner!
Tim Thomerson, Andrew Robinson, Melanie Smith, Megan Ward, and Helen Hunt as Lena. Trancers 3. In a Manhattan apartment, Dr. Anton Mordred has stood guard between our world and the dark dimensions. Now, after centuries of waiting, evil's ultimate warrior has arrived.
Cabal is a demon who uses mortals to do his bidding.
What difference does it make if I want this dying planet?
A sorcerer is not a god.
It would be beyond the apocalypse.
Our powers can be amusing.
This man's gotta die.
Dr. Mordred, master of the unknown.
Hi, Full Moon fans. I'm Charlie Spradling, and we're here on location in Los Angeles to show you just how big Full Moon Mania really is. Here we are at the world-famous Tower Records on Sunset Boulevard. We're here to find out exactly just how much Full Moon Records are selling their CDs. Well, why don't you guys just come on inside with me and we'll find that out, okay? Just follow me. So don't forget to get down to your local record store and pick up Moonstone's latest releases, Subspecies, Netherworld, Oh my God! Hey! All right, it's the guys from Psychotic Symphony. Check it out. What are you guys doing here?
We're just listening to ourselves on this movie soundtrack of Bad Channels.
Oh, cool.
Rock stars. Madonna, I love you.
To the beat of the street, Cool gets out of his seat and shovels his feet.
Here we are at Golden Apple Comic Books on Melrose. Let's go inside and see how good our Malibu Graphics comic books are doing. Be sure to get down to your local comic book store soon. We've got new Puppet Master series, Trancers, Subspecies, Demonic Toys, and you better hurry because, well, people will do anything to get their hands on them. As you can see, everyone's a Full Moon fanatic. I mean, everyone wears our t-shirts. We cannot keep them in stock. I'm telling you, if you want a Full Moon t-shirt from your favorite film, you better order one as soon as possible. They are so popular. Everybody in Hollywood's got one. I have a closet full myself personally. Hi, we're here at Hollywood Book and Poster on Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles. As you can see, they carry all of our posters from our Full Moon films. You can get Trancers, Subspecies, Seed People, Puppet Master. They're just like the ones at your video store, so pick one up today. We're here at the Spotlight Tattoo on Melrose Avenue. Over here's my friend Bull, who's getting a tattoo by the artist Charlie Roberts. Don't forget about our cool Full Moon trading cards. See, we have them for lots of the movies, okay? So, and also, when you join the fan club, you get this really cool Full Moon t-shirt and a copy of Moon Flash, our newsletter. Remember Flash. Well, anyway, for more information about becoming a Full Moon fanatic, you can call our hotline at 1-800-999-9559 or write to Full Moon Entertainment, P.O. Box 526, 8721 Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood, California, 90069.
Done.
Cool.
Wow, what do you think, babe?
I think I'll get one next. I hope you had a great time today in Hollywood. Keep watching Video Zone, keep writing me those letters, and we'll see you next time.